Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ross Hendry's Monday Madness, episode 9. There's your intro. Let's talk about Eternals, shall we? Yep, that's what we're doing. So, welcome to this show. In fact, before we start, if you've noticed, for those of you that are listening to this, we now have a video version on YouTube that's going to go up on my YouTube. And if you're watching this on my YouTube, what's happening, guys? What's happening, everybody? I hope you're having a lovely day and everything is absolutely fabulous. This is it. This is our first video version of the podcast. But also it's going to be on Spotify and Google Podcasts and everything. So a bit of variety for you to help your day in any way that you see fit. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, brilliant. You want to listen to it, fabulous. I now feed to all audiences now, so let's talk about something controversial today. Well, not really controversial. We're going to be talking about Eternals today. I'm going to review it. I'm going to do a wee bit no spoiler review, and then I'll get into a bit of detail afterwards. And then I'm going to talk about Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, has started his own movie company, which obviously means one thing. And I'm just going to be talking about all the other random stuff that's happening in the Marvel. I think I'll talk about The Witcher as well. That's happened, isn't it? The new Witcher trailer and all this. So let's begin. So let's talk about the Eternals, and I'm going to do a wee review for you. So the Eternals, right? For those of you that don't know, it is currently right now the worst reviewed MCU movie of all time. Now, that's not a great start. But, you know, so it's roughly at 50%. I need to double check, but it was at 50% when I last looked. And so I went into this thinking, and me and Dad were like, nah, this is going to be rubbish, innit? It's going to be rotten. We're going to hate this. It's going to be boring. There's nothing going to happen in it, is there? It's going to be talking. No reviews are like, oh, it's messy. It doesn't make any sense. Why would this make sense? This plot device. What? Shocking. So I went in with, like, no expectations, right? And I came out, and I was like, why was that really good? But there's your spoiler. Here's your thing. I liked it. In fact, I didn't just like Eternals. I loved Eternals. In fact, I would say that Eternals, for me, is the best MCU movie of this year so far. Even Venom. I'll put Venom in there as well. Let There Be Carnage. As great as that was, I really enjoyed that. Because it was simple, you know. I'll mention Venom as well, actually. I'll talk about that. I don't really know what's going on. For those of you that don't really know, I'm new to this podcasting. I've had a 2-week holiday, and now I'm back. And even then, I just started. So, I don't know what's going on half the time. But, you know, I like Marvel. I like it. I'm not qualified in any way as a podcast radio host, but like, I like it, so what are you going to do? But there you go. So, let's talk about it. Yes, I liked Eternals. I thought it was brilliant. If you're going in there listening to the critics, you might like it, you might not. For everything that they do say, it is a very different Marvel movie than your average MCU thing. It doesn't even feel like an MCU movie, which is why I liked it. It felt different. It felt a bit more epic. There was an epicness to it, and the music was fabulous, and the acting was brilliant. And I'm gonna, let's see, what can I remember about Eternals? So basically, for the non-spoiler-esque part, I'm not gonna give anything away. So this is, if you're thinking about going to see it, then I would recommend it. I think it was absolutely spot on. And I think the one of my favourite things about it was everyone was saying, oh, it's the critics go, oh, it's too talky. Oh, I didn't really get is it talking too much? Yeah, this and that. And yeah, it didn't really make sense. And I'm like, I really liked the parts where they were talking because there was really funny moments in it. There's a lot of humour in there. Obviously, you come to expect, but it's more, I think the way they play it, they obviously tap in that this is a family, that the Eternals are like family, and you get that feeling that they have known each other for a very, very long time, and they're very close. And the banter they have is genuinely so well acted. It genuinely just feels like, it isn't like they're not playing to the camera with the humour in this. A lot of Marvel movies tend to do that. They have this sort of style where they play to sort of the audience a bit, like the new Spider-Man films, especially. As great as they are, and they are funny, but the humour tends to they are meant for the audience. You know, the jokes are so ludicrous, like the teacher going on about witches and things. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really, yeah, that's not an everyday thing that a teacher would say, or anybody really. That's not like a thing. But Eternals feels it never breaks the fourth wall in that sort of way. It's, you know, they're right in the scene and they're bantering off each other, and it's just so natural, and it's so, you get that feeling. I thought Kingo and Gilgamesh were really, really funny in it. That's all I'll say. Those two are fantastic. Especially, I was surprised with Gilgamesh. I don't think he gets enough credit how funny he was. He was so natural. He spoke like he was speaking it, you know, to the Eternals. The jokes he's doing is like, you know, how a family member, like how your dad or someone would joke around, you know, like at Christmas dinner or something. It's like that. It's just banterous. It's really well done. And the action scenes are phenomenal. They're really, really good. Full on cosmic. If you're into that sort of the cosmic stuff from the comics, you know, like all the Jim Starlin sort of stuff, like the Silver Surfer, all that sort of stuff, that sort of cosmic-y, eternally stuff, and you like people shooting things at their eyes and big cosmic blasts, this is for you. This is really good, but it takes its time. But it's worth it in the end. There's a great action scenes in it. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. What would I give it? What would I give Eternals? I'd say it's a 4 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 or 8 out of 10. You know, that's what I'll do. I'll go 8 out of 10, yeah? 8 out of 10. 4 stars. For me, I thought it was spectacular. The Celestials are immense in it. Like, you think you've seen, like, wait till you see how big these Celestials are. The big space gods. Like, you think Godzilla's big. You think the Kraken in Pirates of the Caribbean's big. Wait till you see what these Celestials look like. Jeez-o. It's not even, you can't even, there's one shot in particular where you see the scale of the Celestial. They always do it, but you always get a sense of how big they are, but there's one shot in particular where you see, just, you get a sense of like how big these things are, and it's just another level of like, how in the world are the Avengers supposed to deal with that? You know, like, you think, obviously, with Thanos and everything, wait till you see, when you see this Celestial, and you see how big it is, you think of all the Marvel heroes and the Avengers, think how powerful they are, and just go, how? What are they going to do? This is another level of cosmic power that Marvel's starting to tap into, and it's just absolutely spectacular. So 4 out of 5 for me. Right, enough of that. Let's get on with spoilers, shall we? So I'm going to mark the video. I'm going to put timestamps in it, so if you want to skip to different parts, it will be in the description. It will just say, this part we're doing the non-review, the non-spoiler, this part's the spoiler part, this part's Todd McFarlane, this part's... so you get the idea. I'm organised like that, you see? That's what you can do on YouTube, you see? And you can't do that on Spotify, but, you know, you get an idea. But yeah, so let's do spoilers. What did I think of... Right, starting off, my favourite of the Eternals is Gilgamesh, right? Straight off, and how dare they kill him off? Spoilers, straight away. If you didn't skip ahead, there you go, that's your punishment. How dare they kill him off? What? He was the best. He was just walking up to... There's a bit in it where he walks up. You see, this is where critics don't get it. This is where movie critics are overthinking it, going, oh, this plot detail, or this writing, oh, I didn't really understand it. It didn't really make sense. Of course it didn't make sense. It's about people, ancient beings that live over 5,000 years, that are thousands of years old, flying about, like fighting monsters. Who cares? Who cares? Overlook it. Overlook it. Every movie in the universe has a plot hole somewhere. It's impossible. People are stupid, okay? We're not that clever, okay? There's going to be mistakes everywhere you look. So, enough of that. But here's the good stuff. They nailed the Eternals. They nailed the cosmic abilities. And Gilgamesh is freaking ace, okay? He's just an absolute beast, okay? That's what we want. Gilgamesh and the Eternals is what the Hulk should be in the Avengers movies. Just walking up to things, just one-shotting things. It was ace. There's a moment where he's fighting a deviant in like an ancient city. I don't know where they are in there. I don't know where they are. Some ancient city. You're protecting it against this deviant. He punches it. It doesn't kill it off straight away, and he walks up to it. And he literally slaps it. He slaps it and kills it. He just slaps it like like that's all you want. That to me is like that's what Marvel's. That's my favorite characters in Marvel. Just the strong ones that are just brutal. You know, you just get a sense that they don't fly. They're not super fast. They're not this and that. They just walk up with things and they're just ace. Like, that's all I want. That's it. That's all we want. There's a moment where he's fighting Athena. That's Angelina Jolie's character, and she's out of control. She has this thing where she goes crazy, like her memory's corrupted because of how old she is, and they need to. So Gilgamesh is like, "Oh, I'll look after her. I'll guard her," and you realise why? Because Athena is supposed to be one of the strongest beings on Earth. You know, she's like cosmic, one of the strongest Eternals. You know, mega powerful, mega skilled. Gilgamesh, literally. I'm going to geek out about him, and the best thing is, I'll get to something in a second about Gilgamesh, a bit of bragging rights, I think it's pretty cool. In Gilgamesh, literally, he's fighting her, and you get the sense that you see how powerful Athena is, see how skilled she is, and then you realise that Gilgamesh is holding back his strength, because there's one moment where he's just sort of blocking, and then there's one moment where Athena's out of control, no one can bring her down, none of the Eternals can really stop her, until Gilgamesh just literally, like, just slaps her, literally knocks her out in one punch. It's like a slap. She smacks her, slaps her down completely. One punch. Was it a punch or a slap? I can't remember, but you just get, and I was in 4DX seeing this, so when he hit that, when he knocks out Athena in a one-er, you're like, doesn't care. Don Lee, that's the actor that plays him, smashed it, and they killed him off apparently. Yep, okay, nice. They killed him off. I've seen him walking through, you know, but I guess whether they had to, because obviously, big spoiler, the one Scottish superhero turned out to be a villain. Yay! Well done, Richard Madden. You're brilliant. I liked Icarus in it. I like Richard Madden. I thought his conservatoire acting skills were coming out there at the end where he's like crying and that. He regrets everything he's done. That was great. That was powerful. That was great. And then he flies into the sun at the end. I was really sad. I felt sorry for him because he's just doing, you know, it is bad. You know, obviously wanting to, you know, obviously the story is that you find out that Earth has no purpose other than the Celestials put an egg inside it, a celestial egg inside the Earth, and for the last thousands of years, the Eternals are just guiding humans so they can build up their energy, you know, get more advanced technology, and the energy builds up, and they're just supplying energy to this Celestial that's living in the Earth, and it's going to burst out like an egg and destroy everything. That's the point, to bring about a big Celestial. That's the point of the Earth in the MCU now. And the Eternals are like, well, that's probably not very good. That's probably not the best idea ever. Lots of people are going to die here. So, and Richard Madden, he's the one that's like, no, I can't. Maybe he's scared of the Celestials, because I would be. Jeez, I would be scared of those Celestials. You are scared of them. That shot at the end, the shot I was talking about in the non-spoiler, the shot at the end where Arashim, the judge, arrives at Earth, and you see him like in the atmosphere towering over, just that big head outside the Earth, towering over London. Like, this thing is like the size of planets. Like, when you see that, you see London in the horizon, and you know how big London is, right? And then you just see this massive head in the sky, and then it just appears, and you're like, what is Hawkeye going to do against that? That's my question. Dude, this is a funny thing, that at some point, the Celestials are going to turn up Marvel, and they're probably, or something like that, Galactus, something that size. And Marvel have the challenge of writing in Spider-Man to that film to get the sales up. They're writing him in to, what was he going to do? I'm looking forward to that more than anything. Watching the MCU write in Spider-Man into a movie fighting a Celestial with the Avengers. Even all the Earth heroes, even the Hulk, even Thor. When you see that, you're like, nah, nothing. It literally, that was what I was thinking at the end, because the whole point was like, well, they're sort of disobeying their big master, they're sort of disobeying Arashim the judge. And I was thinking at the end, like, oh, he's not going to be too pleased with that, but I didn't think he was going to show up at the end like that, and takes away the three Eternals, goes away, and that's it. That's how it ends. That's the end of the movie. He literally goes, right, I'm going to judge this planet. If it doesn't, I'm going to use your memories to judge this planet. And if it doesn't live up to the standards, I'm blowing it up. I'm destroying it. And you get the sense that, oh, he could do it with a thought. He could crush it with his hands. Like Arashim the judge. He was ace. I love that shot at the end. Big beast. Absolute monster. That's what we like. That's what I like, and they're tapping into all the cosmic stuff now, that these beings are... Here's the thing as well. Everything, you just get the sense that what's Kang the Conqueror going to do against that Celestial? Like, that's just a different level. That's another level of power that it's inconceivable how massive that thing is. I don't care, Kang, if you know what's going to happen. If you know what's going to happen, if you're facing up against something the size of the Earth that can literally, with a thought, can summon the Eternals and control them like nothing, and he's barely trying, nothing, just and take them away, and you see how powerful the Eternals are, what are you going to do, Kang? You're not the true villain. I know the multiverse, this and that, but there's no way he could do anything to that creature. Like, just, you're this size, he's that big. Like, just cinematically, you look at that, you see how big this thing, and you go, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen in the MCU. Like, what is going to beat that? Nothing. Nothing's taking that down. Who's going to take that down? You need Galactus, you need these guys now, you need something big to take it on, that's it. That's what it's got to be. If you want a full power of the Hulk, comic-wise, it still doesn't, like, maybe he could punch it and it could hurt it, but they have all these cosmic abilities that they don't even have to touch the Hulk to take him out. They just, whoosh, with a thought, cosmic, power cosmic, crazy stuff. Now, what else did I think of this Eternals movie? It was good, yes. I liked Cersei, I liked Gemma Chan, I thought she was fabulous, I liked Kingo, thought he was brilliant. Sprite, she was very good, very, very good. And Icarus, Richard Madden, I thought he smashed it. Great to see a Scottish lead in a Marvel movie. That was fantastic. I thought he was acting the life out of it at the end. You see him crying and everything. You see him literally crying when he's telling the Eternals, like, I've got to betray you, I'm sorry. And you can see the pain. He's in actual pain. But he just has to do it. Why? Because he doesn't want to disobey his master. Because it's the size of a frickin' planet and everybody's getting squished. Right? He's kind of, he's like, yeah, you see that Celestial and you go, if I was him, I'm not getting squashed by that. I'm not disobeying that. What's that going to do? Like, crazy. But he's just loyal to his master, that's what it is. His whole purpose is being built for that, so he's programmed to do it, really. The Eternals are like robots more than anything. They're closer to Vision than they are anything else in the MCU, and it's crazy. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. The Eternals is an absolute brilliant film, and in a minute, I'm going to be talking about the post-credit scenes. And welcome, no, let's get on with it. The post-credit scenes of Eternals were fantastic, right? For those of you that still don't get it at this point, right? If you didn't wait behind the credits in this film, what you did, right? We've been over this for like 10 plus years now. You wait till the end because there's a wee surprise, there's a wee scene that you don't see coming, right? So, here is the first one. Let's talk about the first one. You see Thena, right? You see Thena. You see Makari. I just had to read one of the comics there to remember. And you see the Irish one. I can't remember. What's his name? I can't remember. You see them. They're on this show. In fact, nah. Before the post-credits, we need to talk about the true star of this film. And it was Kingo's butler that was filming him, that was following him around. He was so funny in that movie. He was absolutely incredible, okay? The critics, what are you on about? You slating it. Do you know how funny he was in that film? Like, it was just like this random guy is just following around Kingo, filming him everything. And just every time he's in an action scene, he's just always got a backup camera for everything. I thought he was so funny. He was just sort of, he was so sort of nice and sort of, yeah, brilliant. I can't remember his name, but he was so funny in it. I thought he stole the show at times for me. And he wasn't even an Eternal, he was just a guy's assistant, a human assistant, and he was hilarious. He was so funny. I hope he comes back in the future, but unfortunately Kingo sort of got abducted by a planet-sized space god, so that's going to be a problem. He might be unemployed now, so. But let's get on about the post-credit scenes. So, the first one is, so you see them all on this ship, the ones that escaped, and they're... Now, I had heard about this spoiler. I'd heard about it, the rumours that this person had been cast in Marvel as this part. Someone leaked it. And I was very, when it turned up, I was still surprised because I wasn't expecting it. However, there was a part of that post-credit scene that nobody leaked. Because I think nobody was paying attention to it. And I was blown away by this person that showed up at the end. And mind you, the CGI was a little off, but I think we'll accept it because maybe they had no time to do it. The fact we're just seeing this character on screen is a big sign that really exciting things are coming down the line in Marvel. So, you see them on the ship, and then someone teleports in, and he gets up, and he's holding a beer, holding a drink, whatever, and it's a character called Pip the Troll. Pip the Troll was, he's someone I've known about my whole life, really, and he was in all the old Adam Warlock stories and all the old Silver Surfer comics. He's he's one of the best characters ever, because he's a troll that can teleport anywhere in the universe at will. That's what he does. And he's not actually a troll, you see. Because in the comics, his origin, which I just found out the other day, I didn't realise this, that I thought he was a troll, but he's not a troll. He isn't originally. He's originally just a kind of normal human-looking alien thing who went on a party with trolls and drank something on a night out and turned into one. And he's been that way ever since. He's a troll that travels around space getting seshed all day, and he smokes a big cigar in the comics. He's ace. And it's been voiced by Patton Oswalt, who is Remy in Ratatouille. And thingies, and he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. Actually, it was a bit strange. But yeah, he was in it. He was the voice for, which I didn't know either. I couldn't tell. So I was very happy to see Pip the Troll, because he's like Adam Warlock's sort of sidekick in the old comics. He hung about with Adam Warlock, who's just been cast by Will Poulter, who's going to be perfect in that part. I'm calling it now. He's going to smash it. So the fact that Pip the Troll's coming is just a little exciting times that they're tapping into the Jim Starlin cosmic-y stuff now. Even more so. Like Thanos obviously is the big one. He's the Jim Starlin's big creation. But they're tapping into the... Because who turns up? After Pip the Troll, he announces, whoa, this great guy's coming in. Look, who is it? You see them. And then walks out. Harry Styles! Harry Styles. Right. 10 years ago. Let's go back to when I was at school. 10 years ago, One Direction everywhere. Oh yeah, Harry Styles and this and that. Pip the Troll is the one Marvel character that even I would never, ever even mention at school. Because if you know who Pip the Troll is, you're the biggest, like, this was still when Marvel was on the up, and I was still kind of, didn't want to, wanted to be accepted socially in school. So Pip the Troll was just, it never even came to mind to talk about him, okay? And now all of a sudden, 10 years down the line, you've got Harry Styles. He's ours now. He's hanging out with Pip the Troll. What's going on? What's happening? What's going on with this planet? So the geeks are getting more power in Hollywood now. The geeks. And we love it. We love to see it. So all those times that your girlfriends and that back in the day would take you to a One Direction concert or watch One Direction's movie. Now you get to drag them to all the next Guardians movies and all the Marvel movies to watch Harry Styles. He's ours now. And the same thing goes for Batman, Robert Pattinson. They made us all go, they all made us watch Twilight, and now we're going to make them watch Batman with Robert Pattinson. Fantastic. So yeah, Harry Styles turns up when he's playing Eros, Star Fox, who's Thanos' brother in the comics. And do you know what his power is? Do you want to know what his power is? His power is he can make any girl he wants fancy him at a thought. That's it. That's his power. He's a player, mate. That's it. He has the power of what every boy thinks they have on a night out in Aberdeen, on any night out anywhere. He actually has that power, They think, yeah, I could get anyone. Yeah, he's got the power we, like most guys, think we have. So but don't really. Yeah, he's and he's Harry Styles. I think he's perfect. And you're thinking One Direction, Harry Styles. Nah. Harry Styles was in Dunkirk, and he was phenomenal in that film. The Nolan one 5 years ago. He was incredible in that. He was pants in iCarly back in the day. He was rotten in that, but he's got better. And now he can act, and it's fabulous to watch. So I'm excited for him. And they're going on a space adventure to go get the other Eternals back. So obviously, where is that going to turn up? Guardians 3, Thor 2, not Thor 2, 4, Love and Thunder. Where are they going to turn up next? We don't know, but that taps into something there. So I'm very excited. Yes, excited to see Harry Styles, fabulous, but I was even more excited to see Pip the Troll. I couldn't believe that. How did nobody ever leak that? Everyone was too busy leaking Harry Styles was in it. Nobody in their right mind even thought about, they were so caught up with that, they didn't leak that his little assistant is Adam Warlock's little sidekick that gets seshed around the universe. I like that. I really like that. I'm very excited to see him, because if you've got Pip the Troll, and you've got, and he's a Jim Starlin character, Thanos is a Jim Starlin character, Eros is a Jim Starlin character, and all the Jim Starlin's characters are the best, okay? All the cosmic stuff, all the cosmic-y powerhouses, all these, the living, is he Jim? I don't think he is. But we're going to get a lot more into the cosmic powered beings. The things that Captain Marvel is in the movies, we're going to get the even bigger and better versions of them. And Adam Warlock is that. Adam Warlock's the one. He's so freaking cool, okay? So he's just immense. He's just a big gold guy that can fly around the universe, and he's the one hero that originally Thanos feared. He's that good, okay? He's an absolute beast. He's brilliant. And he's gold. And he's got a cape and everything. Well, he might do. They sort of change his design a wee bit, but I hope they do. I have that design. Would you stop messaging me? I'm doing this show. Beat it, dickheads. Nah. Can I block all notifications? Thank you very much. That's been popping up on my thing all that for the last half an hour. I'm sick of it. You don't message me when I'm doing this show. I'm trying to become famous and you're trying to sabotage me. I'm not having this. Second end credit scene. Second one. It is very good. It's very good. I had no idea it was this person when I saw it. You're going to get these people that are on YouTube that are totally go, oh, I thought it was this person, but then I realised after I figured it out, because I'm the Marvel expert, like the new Rockstars people and all that will say, yes, I figured it out just to keep up their all-knowing persona. No, you didn't figure it out. Nobody knew it was him until the director came out and said, this is who the voice was, everyone. And everyone went crazy. And some people are just going, how come you didn't say before that got announced? How come? Yeah? How come you didn't say it before then? Because you're lying. You're cheeky. Nobody knew it was that person. Shush. Okay? But I love that channel. It's great. Now, here is the thing. Second end credit scene. You've got Kit Harington's character, who's playing a character called Dane Whitman, called the Black Knight. For those of you that are not listening, for those of you that are I'm confused. Those people that are on Spotify or Google Podcasts that are listening to this, in my hand, I found this in Berwick earlier this year for £15. This is the Black Knight's original solo comic from the 1960s. His original origin comic from 68, 69, I can't quite remember. Will it say on it? What does it say? Oh, it says inside the book, and I'm not opening it up, because then I'll damage it, and then I'll put a big fingerprint, and then the value will go down. But I found this. See, this is why you collect comics. This is why you do it. I don't collect the big famous ones. I collect the big famous ones of the future that are not famous now, but if you know what's coming in the films, then you can get some pretty good things. So this is his. This is who Kit Harington is playing in the films, the Black Knight, and the end credit scene is literally making this comic go up in value. Cheers, guys. And basically, what it is let me just put that back. Fabulous. So what it is Kit Harington's character Dane Whitman gets the ebony blade, his sword. He's got this sword. To explain Black Knight to you, I'll say it this way. Marvel, at one point, Stan Lee and everybody went, see King Arthur. Let's make a superhero exactly like King Arthur. Nice. Done. That's what he is. That's what he is. He's got a magic sword that gives him powers that cut through anything. It can cut through anything. It can deflect all kinds of magic. Okay? Right? It's pretty cool. It's like the ultimate lightsaber. Right? It's even more powerful than a lightsaber. It's even cooler. Well, maybe not, but but also it takes a toll on the person, so it like corrupts their minds and makes them go mad over time and turns them evil. But other than that, in fact, it's so famous that Skyrim even ripped it off. They had the ebony blade in there, and you killed people in it. We gave it powers. Kinda, you can see what I mean. Right? It's the same name. So it turns you evil. Get it? And basically, so yes, the end credit scene, and Kit Harington's about to open this box, and you see the sword, you see the ebony blade, and it's like moving. It's like going towards him, like it's kind of a living thing. The thing itself is actually alive. And then you hear a voice going, "Are you sure you're ready for that, mate?" Well, he didn't sound like that. Now, here's the thing. I had no idea who this person was. I thought it was Merlin. Okay? I thought it was a wizard. I thought it was a random wizard. That's what I thought. Some people were out there going, oh, it might be the Watcher. It might be Jeffrey Wright's Watcher. And I was like, that's actually a good shout. No. This is who it is. The voice says it's been announced by Chloe Zhao and Kit Harington. I think he's come out and said it as well. The person whose voice it is Mahershala Ali, who's playing Blade in the MCU. Freaking Blade. It's Blade. It's Blade. And he's a vampire hunter. He's half vampire and he hunts vampires. Vampires are coming, mate. Blade's here. He's arrived. That's brilliant. We love it. We love that. We love Blade. He's cool, isn't he? He's just cool. He wears sunglasses and a big coat and fights vampires with swords. So obviously, Black Knight being with swords. So does that mean that the Black Knight's going to be in Blade? Probably yes. That's kind of what I mean. And who better to teach him how to use a sword than Blade? Now, someone made that decision in Marvel. This is what we love. We love this. Right? We love this. This is what we love about Marvel, okay? The Blade. Someone just going, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Blade showed Kit Harington how to use the Ebony Blade? Genius. 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 I want to know the person that came up with that decision. That is absolutely spectacular. You cheeky boy. Or girl. Or anyone. Whoever did that decision, you deserve a medal. You should be knighted for that. That is so clever. And you're making Black Knight cooler as well, because you know what I mean? It's brilliant. Fantastic. Wow. Now, enough Eternal shizzle. Let's talk about something else now. So, what are we, 35 minutes in? Are we? I don't even know. And we're going to talk about the next topic here. We're going to be talking about... In fact, you know what? I'm going to make a new segment so I can organise it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Now let's get on with our next topic at hand. This next topic is about Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, has started his own production company. Yes, it's true. So for those of you that don't know who Todd McFarlane is, let me give you a wee history lesson, shall we? Let's give you a wee lesson. Todd McFarlane, right, is a man that worked at Marvel. He was an artist, right? And essentially what he did is that he was the man that came on and he made Spider-Man cool again. He created Venom. And then he began his writing and drawing career. And he started with Spider-Man in the 90s. In 1990, he brought Spider-Man back. And he sold 2 million copies of this Spider-Man comic. You know, and then he followed up with 2 and everything like that. And then Todd McFarlane's like, I'm not getting paid enough. And you guys keep telling me off for making Spider-Man's eyes massive and making the suit a bit darker. And this webbing, this weird webbing, what's that design? He's not supposed to look like that. Even though he was getting all the sales up for him, they still weren't happy. So he went, screw you guys, I'm off to make my own stuff. And he began with Spawn. He created Spawn, right? Number 1 in the 90s, in 1992, number 1 there. He started it, and he's like, Spawn outsold Marvel completely in the 90s, smashed it, and then he was big in the 90s, and then all of a sudden, everyone goes, nah, we don't want comics anymore, they're boring, we've got everything, mate, and then comics sales slumped and everything. So basically, what happened next... Over the next few years, Spawn was still pretty famous, but over the last few years, he's began to decline in popularity, right? Until 2019, when Spawn got to issue 300. The 300th issue of Spawn, right? Number 300 brought Spawn back, and he sold hundreds of thousands of copies of this. I'm pretty sure it was the second highest selling comic of 2019 behind Action Comics 1000, which is Superman. So behind that, and it was fabulous. And then in 2019 again, the month after, he broke the record for the longest running independent creator owned comic book character series ever, and he broke the record with Spawn 301. Right, he broke that record, and this was the 11th highest selling comic of 2019. And it doesn't stop there, right? Because Spawn's been doing pretty well over the last few years. And then this year, Todd McFarlane's like, do you know what? Let's build up Spawn's name to try get this movie going, yeah? So he started this new career with Spawn's Universe number 1, right? right? Spawn's Universe #1. This baby sold 200,000 copies or something. And it was massive. The biggest selling comic for Image in years. For Image Comics, those of you who don't know, is the one that Todd started with the other artists at Marvel, like Rob Liefeld and everybody like that. Absolutely fabulous stuff. And then, in the summer, Todd was like, we need more Spawn #1s. So he launched King Spawn #1. King Spawn #1, right? He pulled this out the bag and went, see that? That sold 500,000 comics. It's now the highest selling new superhero comic series ever in 25 years or something, since the 90s. It's beaten Marvel, it's beaten everybody. And and now they're on to, issue 2, and like issue 3, and now they're doing everything. It's absolutely a great time, smashing the records. And then they've gone, do you know what? Do you know what's even cooler than Spawn? A cowboy Spawn. A gunslinger Spawn #1 launched this last month, and it is now the highest selling new comic book character with a comic series in 25 years, beating Spider-Gwen #1. So it's #1. So recently, Spawn's been doing a madness, right, in the comics. It's been absolutely insane. Crazy times for Spawn, smashing Marvel again. In the comic sales, he's decimating everybody. It's happening again. And now Todd McFarlane's just gone, let's start our own film company. If they're not going to make our Spawn film, then I'm going to make it. And he can do it, because he started Image, and he started his own toy company, McFarlane Toys. They make all the DC stuff. They make really super realistic, lifelike versions of toys. Like, really detailed. Like this King Kong. Yeah, that's McFarlane. Look at the detail. This thing's 20 years old. Fabulous. That's the 1933 one, the best one. And so he started that massive big toy company, changed toys forever. So he is a guy that can run businesses and draw and write, creative genius, right? And now he's starting his own film company, his own production company, and he's launching with 2 new series, 2 new TV series to get it warmed up. And all this means one thing: he's building up the company, getting a few TV things, bringing some money in, and then he's going to go, guys, let's make a Spawn movie. And he's going to do it. So, how exciting is that? Are you a fan of Spawn? Do you really know who he is? He's a very cool cat. Very cool character. He's Al Simmons, that's his name. He dies, and then he comes back with, like, hell powers. And he's like an undead zombie superhero, and he's got probably one of the coolest superhero costume designs in history. That's obviously Todd McFarlane. He's got a big red cape that itself is a weapon that can fight. Like, he's got chains that come out his hands, and he can swing like Spider-Man. He can do this and that. He's a genius. He's very cool as Spawn. And he's like undead, so he's like a zombie. And it's pretty cool. And he's got guns. Not as in muscles, as in he's got actual guns. Because it's the 90s, and that's what you want. You want, he's undead, and he's unkillable, and he's really powerful. He's got powerful hell-like energy powers. But even better than that, he's got like AK-47s and things. Very cool. Why? Because he looks cool, mate. That's why. And he's coming back, mate. He's had a massive resurgence in the comics, and now here he is. So I'm very excited for that. I'm happy for the Todd father himself. He's getting his new film, and he's getting all these things on the way. So I'm very excited for that. Are you excited for a big fancy Spawn movie? Because I am. I'm very excited. And obviously Todd McFarlane is a very, 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 very legendary, epic comic book artist. Like, the best. He's my favourite. Like, him and Jim Starlin. Like, these guys, like, the ones that create their own characters, and they're epic. And, like, Todd. And his style is just so unique. It's so unique. He created Venom by accident. He created Venom because he didn't like the black suit on Spider-Man at the time when he became the writer and the artist in Spider-Man, and was like, right, we need to get this black suit off him. He's like, oh yeah, I'll make him a monster. I'll make him an alien, and he'll get him off. He'll be a big creature. And now Venom's one of the biggest characters in Marvel. So he didn't even mean it. So he's quite a creative guy. So yes, we're very, 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 very excited for that, and I hope you are too, because Spawn is freaking ace. Okay, and they're wanting to make the movie a big horror movie. You know, like it follows the police more, and Spawn's just like this thing. He's like a horror movie. You know, he's the monster in it. You know, but Spawn is like the difference is he is a killer. He's an anti-hero. So he goes. It's like really kind of brutal. The comics are like for a more adult audience. They're more gory. They're more heavy. The storylines they go for, like Spawn is a killer. You know, like Todd McFarlane described it as. But the thing about Batman is that he never kills. So Batman, he always locks up the Joker, puts him in jails. How many times does the Joker get out? You know, he gets out 6-7 times. He's always getting out. Spawn is he's like the last resort. He's like, right, if they keep getting out of jail, then I'll sort them. I'll go around. You know, and he doesn't care. He goes after, like, you know, like all the heavy stuff, like the murderers and, you know, and like pedos and things. Like the first 6 issues, he strings up like a pedophile, like in the first 5-6 issues of the original series in the 90s. That's what he does. Yeah, that's one of his first, like, and it's like brutal what he does. Like takes him out. So he's sort of he is like a horror movie monster, Spawn. But he's a superhero. He's an anti-hero, but he's pretty terrifying. That's what he is. He's a zombie thing. That's what he is. He's undead. So he's always it's just that it'll be very different as well. It'll be a darker movie and things. So hopefully, you know, we'll see that a different take on a superhero, because it worked in the comics. You know, the heavier stuff, the horror elements, worked in the comics, so there's no excuse for why it couldn't work in that movie. Yeah, because there's already great horror movies out there, and they don't take that much to make budget wise. They're always smaller budget compared to the Marvel stuff. So I like the way he's going with it, because if you put the word Spawn in it, and Spawn's the highest selling comic book character of the year, the top three comics of this year are Spawn's Universe, King Spawn, and Gunslinger. They're the top 3, I believe, of the year. King Spawn is the number 1. 500,000 copies. Gunslinger was like 400,000. And Spawn's Universe was like 200,000. There's another one coming up. There's The Scorch coming up in December, which is going to be like a team-up movie. And that's another number 1 new series coming. So, and he's got the normal Spawn series that's still running. So he's doing crazy things just now in the comics world. So yes, that's very, very exciting. We like a good Spawn movie. I hope yous are excited for that. Because I am. I think Spawn is fantastic. Very cool, very cool. And Todd McFarlane, we wish you all the best for that. That absolute magnificent. Now let's talk about The Witcher, shall we? Talk about The Witcher. I've actually got the book. It's over there though, so I can't. I see it, but I've got the first one. No. My light's gone off. Oh no! This is my comeback show. Oh, sorry, viewers and listeners. Listeners, this doesn't apply to you, but hold on. It's on my PlayStation. I'm using it. I'm using like a ring light from my PlayStation because I like my lighting and that. It's kind of blue in it. It's kind of cool in it. Don't know what's going on. Just wait for that to come back on. Absolutely shocking that. Absolutely shocking that. This is a budget. Monday Madness. This is what we like. Yeah, this is what we're doing. No. What's going on? Hey, we're back. Let's fix that. Can I load that up you actually? Aye. Well done. Aye, there we go. Fabulous. We're back now, guys. I could have got my book there, but never mind. I got The Witcher, Blood of Elves. That's the one I got. I'm reading that just now. Because I don't read enough. And I went, well, I don't want to wait like a month for season 2. So I was like, I'll just read it and see what happens. It was just, so I'm excited for, there was a new trailer that dropped like 2 weeks ago, of The Witcher. Season 2, and it looks ace, looks fantastic, okay? I like everything, okay? The things I hate, I just don't talk about them, okay? It's pretty much, But I like the Witcher 2. Season 2 is coming. Henry Cavill. The Witcher Wild Hunt is one of the best games ever made. Assassin's Creed Valhalla ripped it off completely. It's great, but it did. It's very similar. It's like Assassin's Creed Valhalla is like The Witcher 3, except the voice acting is less convincing, and the characters don't have better relationships. Because you get romances and stuff in Assassin's Creed, but it's nowhere near as conflicting and morally challenging as Triss Merigold and Yennefer of Vengerberg. No chance, okay? Because they're both absolutely fantastic, and I was just reading the book to see if they're any good in that. And yeah, exactly the same. It's the same story. It's the same stuff. They're both poor Geralt, man. He's just getting there like, be with me. Poor guy. How does he do that? I've played this him and I couldn't get through that without like tearing my hair out. Like, I can't. No, I don't know. I just want to fight monsters. Like, that's it. So, poor guy. I feel for him. It's a tough life. But yes, The Witcher Season 2, you see Ciri, you see Geralt, obviously, because he is the Witcher, you see Yennefer, you see Triss. Guys, no, this is the main topic. Triss has ginger hair in Season 2. What? Insane. I can't believe this. Triss has ginger hair. Triss has ginger hair in Season 2. There's a photographic image of Triss with Ciri, and she's got ginger hair. They've Sonic the Hedgehog'd it. They went, oh, we won't, if we don't make her ginger in Season 1, no one's gonna notice. And all the gamers were like, aye, what's going on here? And I didn't get that at first, because I didn't play The Witcher Wild Hunt before I watched the series. So I didn't really care. I played The Witcher last October for the first time. I was really late to it. And then I went back to watch The Witcher, and I was like, why isn't she ginger? This is shocking. And then I found out that there was a whole campaign online, like, what's going on, guys? Like, guys were really triggered. Everyone was triggered by this. Like, oh, is she no ginger? Can't believe this. And they've done it. They've made her ginger. And they've given her a green costume. What? They've made it look like the game version? What? I can't believe this. Insane. They've listened to the fans. Props for that. Well done. And now everyone's happy. Like, all the guys that are moaning were like, oh, my days. And then you get that one guy in the comments who's like, why is she ginger now? And it's like, oh my days. Shush, mate. Shush. You don't understand. Listen, go play the game and then you'll figure it out. Or read the book, which I'm doing, because I'm an intellectual now. Fabulous, that guy. That's absolutely smashing. So yes, we like the old Witcher, do we? Love it. Love that stuff. God. Season 1 was epic. See that sword fight at the end of episode 1. It's the best thing I've ever seen. It's the best thing I have ever seen. That's the best sword fight I have ever seen on film, TV, everything. That was insane. And now, Season 2 is going to be like, oh, why don't we just do that fight? But like, every single sword fight's like that. And now they're going to go, yeah, let's do that. So, and you get a glimpse of it. You just get Geralt tearing everybody up. At one moment, and you see him fighting a big like tree monster stuff, which I assume is in the books. I just haven't got to that, but I'm on like page 89, like 300, so I haven't finished it yet. So if anyone spoils it for me in the comments, I'm gonna ban you. You're getting blocked, mate. Or just comment anything, because I don't comment some of that stuff, and I need the comments, But yes, crazy stuff. It's that. Doesn't matter. This is how much time's passed? 35. Almost like 50 odd minutes or something now. Yeah. That's not bad. But yeah, we like The Witcher. We like it. Season 2 looks absolutely incredible. The effects look better. Triss looks like Triss now. Like, hey, well done. Well done, Netflix, you did it. And Yennefer's there, being rude to everybody again. And And yes, and there's lots of fire monsters, and there's a big tree monster, and there's a big bat monster, and there's a thingy. What's the screaming vampire again? What are they called? A banshee. What are they called? You know the screaming vampire that's in Blood of Wine? Blood and Wine. In The Witcher 3. Yeah, that thing's in it. That thing's in the first 2 seconds of the trailer. And I couldn't believe it. I can't remember its name though. But the screaming one that's like, it screams at you. I remember that boss fight. That was hard, okay? It took me like 2 goes. but yeah, absolutely smashing. Yeah, we're excited for that. We're excited for The Witcher. We love The Witcher Season 2. And we're excited for it. Please be good. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, guys. Don't Game of Thrones it, you know? Like, make it pants. Make it good. Okay, that's what you have to do. Make it good and we'll enjoy it. It doesn't have to be Lord of the Rings. It doesn't have to be this immense thing. Just make a good show about witchers fighting monsters and make Triss Ginger and we're all happy. That's it. That's all we want. It's absolutely fabulous. And the thing is, I don't think this one's going to be jumping back and forward to different timelines this time. This one's based on the book Blood of Elves, which I'm reading. And that is so far, it's like a forward plot, like just a what's the word, narrative, what's the word for the what's the term for one that doesn't go, I can't remember. It's a narrative, just a forward narrative, start here, end here. At least I think that's what it's going to be. They might change it, I don't even know. I'm not on The Witcher. I wish I was, but I'm not. But yeah, we're excited for that. We love The Witcher. We love everything about that. So I hope you, are you excited for The Witcher? Because I am. I'm very excited. So I hope you, we'll all watch that on the same day that Spider-Man comes out in Britain. Same day. December 17th is when it is released to the public. So we watch Spider-Man, we have our minds blown, then we go home and we binge The Witcher all night. That sounds like a plan. I'm up for that. Unless you don't like Spider-Man or don't like The Witcher, in which case, what are you on this podcast for then? What is going on? Why are you listening to this? No, get out. No, I'm joking. You're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Okay? Except haters. No, you're welcome here too, because you make it fun. You make it funny. So absolutely fantastic. And with that comes the end of our programme today. So, yes, I hope you have enjoyed episode 9 of Ross Hendry's Monday Madness. Remember to share this with your friends. If you're on YouTube, like the video, comment on it. We absolutely appreciate that. If you're not on YouTube, then and you're on Spotify and everything, remember to give us a good review. We love that. And remember that, I'm very excited. Episode 10 next week. Number 10. So that's very good. We're doing a very good job just now, guys, with the old podcast. It's doing very well. So I'm very happy. Thank you, guys, for listening. We'll keep going. We'll see how well we can get it. Now I've got it on YouTube as well. It just means we can reach out to more people. So if you found us from YouTube, welcome. Thank you for giving us a chance. You know, I'm not exactly, I'm not IGN. I don't have millions and millions of pounds and dollars and euros hidden away to make immense videos on and fancy stuff. I'm just a guy. That's it. That just likes talking nonsense about superheroes for a long time. So thank you very much for listening to our lovely show today. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts. Share us on all your stories and everything. And your Facebooks. We love it. And I will see yous next week for episode 10. Thank you, everybody. You're all absolutely superb human beings. Marvel's ace. You're all great. Cheers for that. Listening and that. Right, bye-bye. Hope you don't get too seshed in the weekends. Okay? No drinking, please. We don't do that now. We've got to be civilized now, humans. So, Eternals was great. We loved Eternals. Go see it. It's fabulous. 4DX. Go see it in 4DX. Okay? As a man, I'm telling you, go see 4DX. As a person, as a human that has seen it, I'm saying it is good. It's worth your time. Unless you hate it. You might hate it. I liked it. It was great. Hope you have a great day. And cheerio, boys and girls. 70% boys. Bye.